Okay, you're on. Let's see. First of all, our old timer.
Old timer. I had the surgery March 28th, so almost 7 months ago. I've lost 80 pounds. I was type 2 insulin-dependent diabetic. I was about ready to be put on an insulin pump. The doctor I went to said I probably could number my life in single digits for years. So I needed to do something, and I was very sick when I came here. So since then, I've been off all my medications except for my Synthroid. I still have the sugar levels are a little bit high, so I'm still, I'm not as careful as I should be what I eat, because I thought, gee, I'm all done. Now I still have to do some post stuff. Be a little more careful with what I eat.
Yeah, we're going to get some of the sugars and we're going to fiddle a little bit.
The A1C, and I'll send it up,
Yeah.
But otherwise, the cholesterol's down, the blood pressure's down, the diabetes medication, like I said, I'm not on anything right now. I'm feeling great. I've had a couple of the dumping syndrome things early on, as I mentioned last week. Usually when you are eating at your desk, working on a report, and not paying attention to what you're doing, and you eat too fast. Oops, don't do that. As long as I eat slow and steady, I can eat anything. I have found that since my surgery, there are a lot of things I don't like anymore. My tastes have changed. I've gone away from pizza, which I don't like anymore, to salads, which I do. So it's amazing. It's how your tastes change. Some things, like before, spaghetti and meatballs, I loved it. Now, I don't like pasta and spaghetti sauce much at all. So, yeah, it's been great.
And in fact, you liked it so much that
I came back. This is our year. This is the Harris 2007 MGB.
That's
we even
right.
went out and bought a Joshua tree yesterday to plant at our house.
We have a tree in the backseat of our car.
Now, how big is that?
It's about
So that's
2 feet.
About 2 feet.
Yeah.
And they tell us it only grows a centimeter a year, so it's probably 50 to 75 years old.
Wow.
So it's not going to overwhelm the space.
Where'd you
Bought
get
it legally. We didn't go out.
I was going to say
Star Nursery. A bunch of
Star
our-
Nurse. Oh, they
Yeah.
have them? Because
They
I'd
do.
like to
They
get
had
one.
this big, huge one that was like this.
Yeah, they're about $100 for a 2-foot,
$250.
and about $250 for a big
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, because see, I have kind of a black thumb. I guess I shouldn't say that, should I? I might tell you. In other words, they say, don't go to a doctor's office if all his plants are dying.
If they're yuccas, I don't think you can kill them.
There you go.
It's a
Okay.
yucca.
All
That's
right.
a hairy stemmed yucca.
So you had surgery,
I had surgery Wednesday.
and you had a couple of days that were pretty rough.
I thought I was coming back.
Yeah.
I didn't want to come back. I wanted to stay on schedule, get home this week.
She's on 4 patches.
I actually think that was part of my nausea. I had a lot of nausea.
Right.
My 2 biggest issues were nausea and swelling.
Right.
And I still have the swelling, but it's coming down faster every morning. I was throwing up pills because they get halfway down and then they just stick and they don't come back
So let's
up.
talk about this. This is a well-recognized complication. It might happen to those of you who are thinking about having surgery. You swallow, the pill goes down, it feels like it's stuck. And in fact, that's exactly what is happening, because where we sew things together, we staple and sew, imagine you could have some swelling. And if you have some swelling there, it can take a couple of days for that swelling to go down, and now a little bit better?
It's a little bit better. It
Right.
takes like a minute and a half instead of 2 or 3 minutes to get down now.
Right. Now, our hopes and prayers and expectations are, just like a stubbed toe or a bee sting or an infected toenail or something like that, it'll take several days and that swelling will go down.
And I'm wearing a pair of pants that were loose before the surgery, and they didn't fall off today, but I have lost 10 pounds. So I know I'm swollen still with all that excess.
Yep.
So the bloating thing, what else? I have a lot of pain, but I have lupus, and that's one of his contraindications, and he was good enough to do the surgery, but I knew that I would be in a little more distress.
Great. Now the pain you have are joint pains or abdominal pain?
No,
or?
they're all incision and
Abdominal pain?
Interior, yeah.
Okay, and again, what we hope is that that's going to gradually get better. Is it improving?
It's improving. I'm a little nervous because I sing professionally.
Yes.
And I can't get that. I'm breathing from the shoulders. Which is painful.
Right. Now, you know why that is. When we have the surgery, it hurts underneath the diaphragm, and it hurts when you take a deep breath, because that's where the cutting and sewing is. So there's a little bit of bloody fluid under there, and when you take a deep breath, it rubs across that area, and when it rubs across it, that gives you the pain and discomfort, and that should gradually get better. So your singing should not be interrupted after this healing occurs. And that healing...
I'll be very happy.
Right. You're going to feel better.
Before I came.
Right.
Don't let it hurt your voice.
No, it's not going to hurt your voice. Well, your throat and your vocal cords are fine, right?
They're fine. They're just swollen.
And again, we've had a lot of singers, and we're really pleased, because when you put that breathing tube down the throat, there is always a risk you could hurt the actual vocal cords themselves.
Right.
And that can be something that doesn't heal completely, and it can be a devastating impact on your singing voice. This discomfort when you take a deep breath is transient. It's like a side stitch when running. It will be there for a while, and then it's going to get better.
How long do you anticipate for the diaphragm? I mean, that pancake, I've really developed it. It's like muscular.
Right.
So it's probably going to take a little while longer for me to get to the point where I can actually expand it and not
Right.
feel pain.
And the answer to your question, how long, is everybody's different. Some people have no pain, and some people have pain for 3 months.
Okay.
And it's hard to predict. But most everybody is better after a week or two.
Great.
So.
And today is a good day.
Yeah. And
I
we
woke
expect
up with no nausea today.
Right. And we expect that tomorrow is going to be better, and the day after. So. Can we take your staples out? All right. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you. That looks good. Hold real still. That's fine. I need that.
It doesn't hurt.
Good. Yeah. Look out there on the internet and tell everybody.
Yeah, that part doesn't hurt. That's a good thing. Ow, that one hurt.
How much did it hurt?
Oh, a 1.
Okay, a 1 out of 10. Okay, that's good.
Well, Ralph's 10.
Ralph's 10,
Yeah.
all right. All right, a couple applause. Congratulations. Yes, sir.
If they're having problems with digesting the vitamin